Yasu Malaka.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Donald Trump here. Coming into Canada, trying to make it the 51st state. 35% up with tariffs.
Thanks a lot, asshole. Like we couldn't afford dates before, right? You know, it's bad enough we got to go online dating here and do all this fucking shit, but thanks. Seriously, if I told you while watching Home Alone 2, the guy that gave directions to Macaulay there would be president, would you believe me?
Down the hall to the left.
I'm sorry, grab her by her what? Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, part 57. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still a hot week in Toronto. Good old Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as a lot of people know it. I live in a beautiful borough called East York. It's part of the Six, as the cool kids like to say. It's the one borough that Drake never mentions. Drake, if you can get a shout out the next album there, okay? All right, Iceman, come on, let's do this. I saw you driving down the truck there. You know, it's a hot day. I get it. You know, people need ice and to cool off and shit at the Dundas Square. And I'll be honest with you, if you're from Toronto, seeing Drake drive an ice truck down in that area, that's not even the 20th weirdest thing that you'll see this year at the Dundas Square. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, it is still rough out there. Online dating, it's a real pain in the ass. You're not gonna. Listen, chances are you're not gonna find anybody. Let's just give up hope right now, huh? I mean, if what they say a little while ago, they say it's basically just like a casual thing, online dating. I mean, they even said like if you're seeing someone, a lot of people don't even consider it cheating if you're doing online dating. I remember one time I was at this really fucked up party. I actually did a whole podcast about it. I do a little segment there, Your Thoughts. I mean, this party was just fucking weird. I mean, I went there, there was a baby there, nobody was attending to it. It was a whole thing. But the point is, I talked to this one woman there. She was really funny. And like at one point, she's like, I'm seeing this person, blah, 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 blah. And then like a half hour later, like I see her on her phone, like on a dating app. I go, didn't you just say you were seeing somebody? He's like, well, I'm like, apparently I don't know. So again, hey, whatever, whatever. Play on, playa. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you should take online dating this serious, but I don't know. Maybe I could change your mind. I don't care. But the point is, for the sake of, this podcast and everything that represents the Malaka podcast, don't take anything I take seriously, blah, 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 blah. Because of Kanye there, went nuts on drink chaps there. I notice everyone's putting their disclaimer, so I just want to put mine there as well. I don't want to get sued, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? Let's go. So I was talking to this one woman here, and she starts off with did I talk to her? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? But her profile was, let's just say, interesting. Hello to introduce myself. Hello to introduce myself. What? I'm a Christian, fuck, vegan, fuck, woman, okay, that loves nature and the simpler things in life like wood fires and beautiful views. I'd rather stay in with a good company, or with good company. Okay, that one I fucked up. I'll give you that one. But going out can be also be fun. I believe that God created us to balance one another, and that comes with respect and good communication. I'm looking for a man that is kind, down to earth, honest, old school, and God-fearing. Though there are a lot of great guys, I want a PB that's a member of the fringe minority. Emoji smiley face. PB. Peanut butter and jelly? No. Okay, let's see here. PB stands for. Hold on. PB commonly stands for personal best. Okay. You can just spell personal best, really? I mean, like, I'm a shitty speller too, but I mean, it's 2 fucking words. I mean, it's 4 syllables. It is used in sports and other activities to refer to the best performance an individual has achieved in a specific event or measurement. In the context of cycling, for example, a PB might be a cyclist's fastest time for a particular route. It can also refer to a person's highest score in a game or a best time in a workout. Well, just a couple things. One, I did a whole podcast on bicycles called "I Hate Bicycles," and man, if you live in Toronto, I mean, bicycle lane. Let me just give some advice to people that ride bicycles. Again, I'm going to go off script here for my, apologies to my 3 fans, but you people are assholes. I mean, really, like, you people that, think that just because you have a bike, it's considered your car. It's not. It's not. A bicycle will never be the equivalent of a car. Ever. Ever. I don't give a fuck how many bike lanes are in fucking Toronto. It will never add up to that. Ever. I remember one year they pretty much canceled the Taste of Danforth. Before, I don't know, they lost $250,000, which I don't know how we go from attracting 1 million people a year to losing $250,000. I don't know. I don't know. Go figure that one. But I mean, every other festival is going on in Toronto, but the Greeks. But okay, teach his own. I don't know. The point is. Yeah, I mean, bicycles are just, they're fucking stupid. I don't understand you people. You're just insane. So, but the point is, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we would like to date somebody who would be their personal best. Maybe not all the time, but, just try do shit and, yeah, why not? So, yeah, I can understand this person's, goals, but, what does she mean by fringe minority? I don't know. It sounds. I think we all know what that sounds like. But the point is, God-fearing. I don't know if you have certain views against certain people. I don't know. When you face God, I think He's going to ask you a couple questions. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, just I don't know. Try to do what makes you happy. I guess. I don't know. With or without God, if God's your thing, it's all good. So I talked to this one person here, exchanged numbers, talked for a little bit, and I don't know, she lives close to Jane and something. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're from Toronto, I'll be honest with you. I mean, for the most part, I can't watch the news without hearing something going down at Jane and Finch, Jane, and whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, something always goes down there. And again, I know it sounds like I'm ripping on the area, but it doesn't have the best reputation. You know what I mean? So as soon as she gives me this address, I'm like, oh fuck. So you might have to come down here and see me, just in case. But I'll humor this. Why not? She's like, okay, well, sorry for the late reply. I'm not feeling well the last few days. Hope you have a good day. I'm like, okay, no worries. I mean, you never know. Like, sometimes people don't reply because they just ghost you. Some people don't reply because they got shit going on in their lives. I remember when I was younger, I talked to someone online, and I don't know, we had a good little conversation. Then I kind of, went, she disappeared on me. I was like, go fuck yourself, blah, blah, blah. I was young, dumb, and full of, And then like 2 weeks later, she responded and said, "Oh, someone died in my life, and blah, blah, blah." And then I was like, "Oh shit, I fucked up." And lesson learned. That's all. So listen, we've all done it, and it is what it is. And then she, I'm like, whatever, just just shooting the shit with her, or whatever, And then at one point she's like, "Oh, a good PM." I've never heard someone say that to me. Good PM, like usually good afternoon, good morning. I'm never gonna see you again. Good night. Things like that. But I don't like taking a photo of myself because I have a big round face. But I'm okay when someone takes a photo of me. All right. Fair. I don't know. Because I asked her for a pic just for my phone, whatever. Yeah, so she sent me a pic and she looks fine. I don't know. No complaints here. Although I do, she appears to be, Chinese or whatever. I don't care. But then she's posing in front of the big Toronto sign. I was told that Toronto sign, the big letters Toronto, like down there in Toronto, and I don't know, something happened, I forgot, and then they just decided to leave it there, and it's basically a tourist attraction. It's like, I don't know, it's like the equivalent of like the Big Bean in Chicago that, I don't know, Tony Hinchcliffe has never heard about. And yeah, I'm like, all right. Yeah, I get a little suspicious, that's all, because I'm thinking to myself, like, this is like kind of like a touristy thing to do, you know what I mean? Or someone that just came here and says, "Hey, I'm in Toronto. But am I really in Toronto? Am I? You know what I mean?" So I don't know. You gotta wonder. That's all. So But then she messaged me a little later, and I'm like, she's like, "Hey, Michael, that's my name, by the way. Original. We'll let you know for next week. We'll be busy doing household chores tomorrow." Okay, so. Again, I don't mean to stereotype, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I don't, Chinese in front of the Toronto sign. She has to do chores. Okay, the whole day doing chores, not just an hour, washing the dishes. Okay, so again, I don't know. I don't, and then again, she's busy here. She's busy there, and then at one point she's like, "When I get home, I got to do more chores, and English is not my primary language," and then I found the reason why she doesn't talk a lot on here is because every time she talks to me, apparently I think she needs a translator, and then she's talking about going to mass, and then at one point. She goes, "Hello, Kamusta," which I don't know what the fuck that means, and I guess so. I'm just assuming at this point she has me confused with other clients. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, but yeah, you know what I mean. It makes you wonder if she's got a list of people that okay, maybe if I go with this guy, I don't know, he can help me with the citizenship and all that. I'm just you just don't know. You just don't know, ladies and gentlemen. And at one point she says, "I'm not, from here." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit." It just goes on and on and on, and and then she's like, "I'll meet you at the Union Station." Now, if you don't know Toronto, Union Station, it's basically I shouldn't say the downtown core, but I guess where a lot of shit happens. It's a nice little public place to meet, but again, it's too far for me. I'm not going to lie. And then I'm thinking I got to go there, and then I got to go eventually to Jane and something, and oh God, So yeah, in many ways, I mean, I'm not saying it is a scam, but if she is looking for something else, for more of a handout to get out of this situation, I'm like, I don't blame you. I really don't, because, Jane is not the best area. It is not. I was literally just watching the news like an hour ago, and I heard someone got shot at Jane and Finch, so there you go. It's not good. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick to Danforth, but you know, and you know what? Not to get sidetracked again, but again, I'm gonna be honest, and I might get a lot of shit for saying this, but realistically, you know, if you know anything about Toronto, good old Toronto, Greek town, you know, for the most part, I mean, you know, the Greek area, the heart of the Greek area with Danforth, I would say is probably between Pape and Broadview. And let's say once you're at Donlands, you know, you can go a little bit more west, you know, see more Greek places. Go to Square Boy. I call it Square Boys, you know, because, you know, I like to think I've been there enough times I can call it that. But it is by far the best place to get Greek food. Great prices. It is fucking phenomenal. You will not be dissatisfied. But I'm just going to be honest with you. If you go more east of Donlands on Danforth, it doesn't get any better. All right. Although if you hit up North Pole Bakery on Greenwood and Danforth, it is the best slice of pizza you will get. Great Italian food there. Another hidden gem in Toronto. It is fucking awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot this is a dating podcast. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck was I talking about? I don't know, I'm turning into Joey Diaz here. I don't know, I go on a rant and then I forget what I'm talking about. Come on, Doug. The point is, okay, really get to know someone. Check them out, you know, see what's going on. I mean, maybe she's a sweet girl. I don't know. Maybe she's looking for... I don't know, you know, someone to pay her phone bill. I once worked at a place. This one girl was cute, but then she tried to imply that on me. It was a whole thing there, but I don't know. And then I saw her wash an apple with soap. It was just, I don't know, it was just weird. But the point is, yeah, just, you know, get to know someone, get to know their intentions, and that's it. So, yeah, and this one other person, again, kind of the same thing. Like, but. You know, what's funny is I know this one place she's from. She's not from Toronto, another place, but she doesn't seem like she's from there. You know what I mean? Like, I get this vibe that they picked this place because it's not in Toronto, but it's somewhere in Ontario, right? So I'm getting a little weird vibes here too. And then at one point she's like, yeah, kind of not good in flirting. I'm like, yeah, I'm not good in chatting either, you know, and... you know, I even told her, I said, well, you know, it's not so much your flirting as just, you know, the way you talk, the way you say things. And I'm not making fun of her language or nothing like that, but it's just the whole vibe reeks of a scam or something, you know. And I said, plus your profile looks fake as hell. And she's like, okay, nice chatting with you, you know. It's all filter. Anyways, thanks for saying something good. And again, I don't know if she's being a smart ass here or whatever, but... I don't know, you know. And then I test her because I know this one place. She says, yeah, apparently she's from. And I go, where's the best place to get sandwiches? And again, it seems like every 30 seconds in this podcast I'm talking about food, but fuck it. You know, I'll be honest. I'm at the point in my life. Rodney Dangerfield always had a good joke. He's a great comedian. If you don't know him, go fuck yourself. But like he said, like, you know, like food has just replaced sex completely. And I know, like, as you get older, like, I know what he means. I mean, one of the first questions I ask a woman, like, can you cook? And again, you don't have to be a chef, but you know, do you know how to cook something? Like, I know how to cook some things. I know what to do. You know, but then little things like that are more important to me than sometimes sex. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you know, women, a lot of times they will let you down, but a good meal will always satisfy. Always. Always, always. What is better, a really good meal, your favorite meal, or a blowjob? I don't know. I mean, it could be, it depends. I mean, I've had blowjobs where if I bottle what they did to my dick, I'd have more money than Red Bull. I've had blowjobs where it's literally like sticking your dick in a blender. I mean, you know, and... Oh, that was a, yeah, I think that was one of the first computer love podcast I did. I talked about that, and that was a doozy. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I asked her, like, where do you get the best sandwiches? And she had no response. response. Never responded back. So boom, there you go. And honestly, I could say, this area, but if it's pretty obvious the answer to this question, like extremely obvious. So that's when I knew she was bullshitting. So again, sometimes you gotta feel people out and go on from there. So, but then some people, and I'll be honest with you, I've done this where, and shut up, you've probably done this too, especially if you're a guy. You give women your number, and like sometimes you do it like you're talking to multiple women, because I'm the only one that does that. And you give out maybe like your number 2-3 times to 2-3 different women, and you don't know, like when someone texts you, like if they're really a cool person, they'll say, hi, this is, but a lot of people, they'll just say hello or something else. So this person texts me and she just goes, knock, knock. I go, who's there? She goes, no. No who? Noble. That's why I knocked. So what's your name? And I go, I don't get it. No bell, no doorbell. That's why I knocked. All right, so listen, usually when you're dating somebody, someone is, more of the funny one. So okay, I'll take those reins. That's cool. And I go, oh, that was horrible. It was actually hilarious. And then I go, Bell is spelled with 2 L's. And I go, no, not at all. And then I messaged her back, is this Dane Cook? And she says, yeah, but the Nobel Prize doesn't have 2 L's. But then, I mean, you guys get it, right? Okay. And then she says, Kay, what is your name? And I go, okay, I'll play along. And then I'm just wondering, I think I know who she is, and I guess a celebrity that has a similar name, and she's like, she's referring to the website there that we met there, whatever, and one name, and on there it's different, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, wow, what a day. And she goes, what does that mean? I go, so is this, you? And she's like, so your question, or so you're not going to answer my question? Which is kind of funny, because that's something I would say, because I hate when people like avoid questions and shit. So, I mean, this could work so far. And then I said, not till you answer mine. And then I said, ironically, not very noble of you. And then she says, I'm really confused why your name is different. Now, I changed my name online. I'm not going to lie, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but to me, it's just a safety thing, whatever. But then as soon as I start talking to the person, like, we start texting, whatever, right away I do say, this is my name. So, there you go. She says, it seems very catfishy. So, and then I'm like, okay, wow, just wow. And then I'm like, I said something, I forgot what it was because it's a voice note, but, and then I said, most people know their own name. So, and then I said, because it's, this is what showed up on your profile, whatever, what's catfishy. And then, she said, please stop calling me. So it pretty much went downhill from there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk to somebody and try to get to know them, maybe not put up so much of a defense. Like it's just a name. Who cares? And even afterwards, I deleted the number, I think, and I said, "Who's this?" And I don't know. I told her I'm going to report this as a scam, and I think she disappeared by then. So yeah, again, not very noble, not very a lot of irony in this chat. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, just I get it. Online dating is not easy, but saying your name is, what I mean. It's not that tough. So that's all. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, I live in a major city called, Toronto, aka the mega city. We used to call it that, not anymore. But yeah, you meet somebody, and then you get a good vibe. Then they find out you don't drive, and then you're fucked. And that's what happened here. So, okay, not the best story, but yeah, sometimes it does. It sucks that you go all that way, and then they find out you need to drive. And I'll tell you, the nerve of her, not talking to me again, and for her not to always come visit me and spend her gas money, and just to see me. I mean, my God, the balls on this woman. I'm being extremely sarcastic. I just want to point that out. I'm not that much of a dick. But yeah, I get it. But yeah, I gotta start reading profiles. Speaking of which, holy shit, look at this one. Sapiosexual. Sapio. Sounds Italian. Sapiosexual, okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am not with it, so I don't know what that means. To highly intelligent people, okay? Sapiosexuality means that a person is sexually attracted to highly intelligent people. All right, I'm fucked here. So much so that they consider it to be the most important trait in a partner. Wow. Okay. Well, I have no chance. Well, let's continue. Not being able to initiate or hold a conversation is a big turnoff. P.S. I won't entertain you if you have kids, as I don't have any kids. Coffee dates are a no for me. I expect you to pay on dates. I'm not even finished yet. I already got 2 strikes. This is not up for discussion. If we match as friends, that's what we will be. Well, friends pay for their own shit, so there you go. Deep, loyal, and true. A sweetheart, good, rare woman. Well, not that rare. I gotta pay for everything. If you are racist, sexist, ageist, GTFO. I'm putting Google to work today. Okay, GTFO. Okay. Oh, God, I'm so glad I'm not a millennial. Well, technically I am, but I mean, it's like saying Steph Curry's black. But anyways, GTFO is initialism, no shit, an acronym formed from the first letters of the phrase, get the fuck out. It is a rude and forceful way to tell someone to leave immediately. It is also the title of a cooperative horror shooter game. Okay, all right. So not only could this person, have the mentality of a shooter, but I also have to pay for everything. Okay, we're off to a great start. And there are quite more than a few here I have experienced through my poor inbox. Now, is that slang for something? Never mind. If that statement angers you and makes you want to defend them, stay the F asterisk. You couldn't just put like 3 extra letters. Well, I mean, technically, all you had to, you put F star, so that's 2. You could put another 2. Like, really, you couldn't, like, even get the fuck out. It's 4 very small words. They're each 1 syllable. I don't, like, are we really this lazy? Fuck, And I still have to pay for everything, eh? Really? Okay. The fuck away. I'm technically Gen X. I'm saying fuck all day. I don't give a fucking fuck. Fuck away from my profile. If you are still immature, we can tell by all the fucks I just did, and need someone rude, controlling. How does this person know I go with Italians? Anyways, you have no biz. Again, you couldn't spell business. Biz. Okay. Look, if you're Biz Marquee, you can say Biz, all right? Rest in peace to him, okay? Says she's just a friend. That's all she wants, too. Right? She wants to... I don't know. With all these tariffs, I gotta pay for everything. Really, fuck. Being with a kind soul, I am not for you. And here's the topper, ladies and gentlemen. I love this part. Please be cordial. Yeah, after all that shit, really? And jovial in your interactions. Need someone with a good soul and great heart. Good fucking luck. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you for real? Really? Really? Listen, you gotta join the two other Chinese women I talked to, eh? You guys gotta make some kind of super group, okay? Super scam. I'm gonna have to use all my Shoppers Drug Mart points here just to go on a date vibe, and good luck in life, because I'm losing hope, ladies and gentlemen. This is fucking crazy. I mean, my God. Holy shit. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You really do. But again, like, I understand this woman's frustration, but again, you don't like coffee? You don't like just sitting there having a simple chat, or I gotta pay for everything? And by the way, it's one of those names like you can't pronounce. The point is, listen, I'm just gonna say this, and people give me shit for this. Mostly women, of course. Shocker. The first date, I'm gonna buy you coffee and or ice cream. That's it. I'm 43 years old. Okay? I'm trying to save for some trips in the future here. Trips that don't involve me paying for your airline ticket. Okay? I don't got time for this shit. Okay? If you want a steak, buy a steak. Okay? Good luck affording a club pack. Okay? Maybe you're better off going to Costco. Get one of those $1.25 hot dogs there. I'm not paying for nothing on the first date. Nothing. I refuse. Unless you're really nice and we have a really good connection, okay? But if you're demanding like this, bafangul, okay? It's not going to happen. Okay? You want to act like a Malaka? I'm going to be a Malaka. Okay? Plain and simple. Okay? I'm tired. I don't need this shit. This is crazy. Crazy. My God. I mean, what happened to the women's movement? I mean, Jesus. I mean, take charge. That's it. That's it. This is preposterous. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a beautiful cup of coffee filled with knowledge episode of Computer Love. Part 57. To quote the great rapper Young MC, the song is called Bust a Move. And some of the lyrics go, got no money and you got no car. Then you got no woman and there you are. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking more to the gentleman, chances are you will go home alone, and when you're by yourself, you got it. Just bust a move.